bit like buying cattle. If you're getting cattle in from off a certain seller, and there's an unreasonable number of ones that just don't work when they get off the truck, well, you don't buy them anymore.
Are you aware that Mr. Barnaby Joyce has compared immigration with buying cattle? That's an exact quote. How can you keep, with comments like this, how can you keep pushing away accusations that one nation still has this inflammatory and racist rhetoric? Do you think
okay, so let me presume the context that's going to come out here. If, when you go to buy cattle, you choose the best cattle available to help your stocks and your herd, well, shouldn't we be doing the same in our immigration policy? Shouldn't we be saying we want the best and brightest to come here rather than just the teeming hordes of people who come here for welfare? I mean, you know, you can characterise that as racist. That's nonsensical. Talking about immigration is talking about immigration and the interests of Australia. But I presume you're a bleeding heart lefty.
No.
No? All right. Yeah, they all say they're not. Okay. What else we
G'day everyone, welcome back to another video. Now we've just come off a historic win at the SA election. One Nation is coming up. They're getting multiple seats in the upper and lower house. They've completely destroyed the Liberal Party, which no one thought they could do. It's not all talk. The Australian message and voice is getting out there again. But what has happened after this? The mainstream media is already going out there attacking One Nation, calling them racist, trying to attack them already. Yes, it's happening already. They're out there with their smear campaigns. They're defensive. They're like a cornered dog, upset. The woke agenda. Oh my God, One Nation is actually getting support. They're actually getting votes. You know, they've broken the two-party, uni-party system. What is going on? And now they're after Barnaby Joyce for comparing immigrants to cattle. But did he really do that, or did he just use an analogy? Let's check this out.
You have to make an assessment. It's I don't want to be trite about it, but it's a bit like buying cattle. If you're getting cattle in from off a certain seller, and there's an unreasonable number of ones that just don't work when they get off the truck, well, you don't buy them anymore. And that's not saying, oh, well, you just avoid people of the Islamic faith, but you have to be very mindful of what parts of the world they're coming from, and you know, the predominant worldview or an excessive worldview that's held there. That probably doesn't mix with what you need in Australia. And if you can't be brutal like that, as brutal in that statement, well, you're not going to help.
So there you go there. He's just saying common sense. You can't let people in that don't want to assimilate to Australia, don't have good values, don't have the same values, want to put their radical ideologies first. They're extremists. But our boy wants to love letting them in. And he's just using the cattle thing as an analogy. He's not literally calling them cattle, but the left-wing media had a storm with this. And they just went out and attacked one of the new politicians in South Australia, just one of the upper seats, Corey. They've gone out there attacking him for these statements of Barnaby Joyce, trying to say that he's literally saying immigrants are cattle, which is not what he said. He was giving an analogy so people can relate. You can't have bad cattle. You could say it about anything. You could say you cannot have this one group of things that is bad and bring it to your country. It's not going to work. So he's just saying you got to be more selective of who we're letting in. We can't just let in 500,000 people a year, because we all know mass immigration does not help Australians. It's only put, you know, inflation up, infrastructure crisis, no ambulance being able to get out, no houses. We have the worst inflation in the developed world. We have crime going through the roof. So obviously it isn't working. It might be working for Abbo's billionaire corporation friends, but every normal Australian and immigrant that's come here and assimilated, I've spoken to, agrees that mass immigration is one of the biggest failures of the Western world. Yet they're still pushing it like it's the saving grace for their failing economy. You can't just keep flooding people in and pretend that your economy is going good because you're flooding people with immigrants. It's not going to work, and it's going to crash and burn worse than ever the longer you do it. So here's the clip here, Corey of One Nation getting attacked by this left-wing extremist reporter about Barnaby Joyce's statements. And do you think Corey's going to go, oh, they said the word racist, I'm going to fold to the left-wing media like all Australians were doing in the past, which destroyed our country? Let's see what Corey has to say.
Mr. Barnaby, are you aware that Mr. Barnaby Joyce Joyce has compared immigration with buying cattle. Let's use that to an exact quote. How can you keep, with comments like this, how can you keep pushing away accusations that one nation still has this inflammatory and racist rhetoric with them?
I'm not familiar with what Barnaby said. I spoke to him this morning. He didn't say anything like that to me. So he's more familiar with buying cattle than I am. So maybe you should ask him about what he's got to say.
Yes.
That's so good. A quick brush off. And she tried to use the racist. How can you say one nation isn't racist? Like, fuck off, you weasel.
He said this on Sky. News, and he compared
Here it comes.
immigration to buying cattle. Do you think?
Well,
that's
okay. So let me presume the context that's going to come out here. If, when you go to buy cattle, you choose the best cattle available to help your stocks and your herd.
Yep.
Well, shouldn't we be doing the same in our immigration policy? Shouldn't we be saying we want the best and brightest to come here rather than just the teeming hordes of people who come here for welfare? I mean, you can characterise that as racist. That's nonsensical. Talking about immigration is talking about immigration and the interests of Australia. And the people of South Australia, the people of Australia are waking up to the fact that mass immigration has not worked to our economic, our social or our cultural advantage. That's crystal clear to people. And if you want a proof positive of that, you look at simply the fact we're told we need more migrants to come here to solve the problems that we've got. Well, we've still got problems and we've brought millions of people in. And in fact, the problems now are bigger. And don't talk to me about skilled migration. A couple of years ago, we had 350,000 people come into this country, and those with building skills were 0.33% of it. It is nonsensical, the rhetoric that has been pushed by the uni-party politicians. And if Barnaby Joyce and Pauline Hanson and Corey Bernardi and our whole team want to keep speaking up about the interests of Australians, I'm all for it. And they can put that in any context they like.
It certainly does raise eyebrows, though, if you're comparing it with immigrants that can become any various
No, you're not comparing anything. You're just using a simile or a metaphor to say, hey, this is what we should be doing. And he's to put it in an agricultural parlance. I mean, it's only the lefties, the bleeding heart lefties, who don't want any talk about immigration that refer to this sort of stuff as racist. I'm really sorry that you've done that. But I presume you're a bleeding heart lefty. No, all right. Yeah, they all say they're not. Okay. What else?
That was so good. He completely shut that reporter down, assuming you're just a bleeding heart lefty, a radical left-wing reporter, obviously, because he's doing an analogy. He's not literally calling people cattle. Like, Corey's like, I just explained it all and you said the same statement. That's how stupid these left-wing radicals are. And they want to be so upset. They want to play the victim so much, anything they can do. And now One Nation is coming out. They're already trying to do these smear campaigns. It doesn't get any better. It does not get any better than that. So anyway, regardless of these left-wing lunatics, they're going to come at us harder. They're going to try to call us racist more. It's not going to work anymore because they've lost all meaning to that word. One Nation is coming up. Mass immigration hasn't worked. As Corey said, he's got the balls to say it. This is why One Nation is rising, addressing the real problems in Australia, what's actually going on. Not like these left-wing lunatics that want to hide from it and actually support what's causing the problems. It's completely idiotic, nonsensical. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So it's so good that One Nation is out there speaking the truth, getting it out for Australia. Let's get more seats in every election. Melbourne is next. Congratulations, SA, for getting your voices out there, breaking the two-party system, showing the mainstream that One Nation isn't a joke and they're coming up. So make sure you like this channel, subscribe, join to be a member if you want videos early. It means a lot to me if you join and support the channel. YouTube doesn't give me much, so your support helps a lot, and we're going to make a change for Australia. So thank you all so much for joining. Let's keep speaking up. And if you like this video, click on another video you see here on screen and check it out as well.